Welcome to IGCSE Science Academy, where learning science becomes easy. Let's start. Today we are going to discuss Cambridge IGCSE Environmental Management 0680 Past Paper 1 Overview and Exam Guidance, with special focus on Section A. And very importantly, we will also understand the first page of the question paper, which may students ignore. Understanding the first page is essential because it contains official instructions from Cambridge examiners. Before starting the questions, let us carefully look at the first page of Environmental Management 0680 Paper 1. On the first page, you will find the following important information: paper details, paper environmental management, code 0680 and 12, paper 1, and the paper type is theory. The time containing of this paper is 1 hour 45 minutes. Total marks for this paper is 80 marks. This information tells you how much time you have and how carefully you must manage it. The first page clearly states answer all questions, use a black or dark blue pen. You may use an HB pencil for any diagrams or graphs. Write your name, center number and candidate number in the boxes at the top of the page. These are the boxes. You can write your name and the center number and candidate number over here. Write your answer to each question in the space provided. Do not use an erasable pen or correction fluid. You're not allowed to use any kind of erasable pen or any Vito or any other correction fluid. Do not write on any barcodes. You may use a calculator. You should show all you are working and use appropriate units. These instructions must be followed strictly, otherwise marks can be lost unnecessarily. Cambridge also mentioned that the total marks for this paper is 80. The number of marks for each question or part question is shown in the bracket. Candidates should read each question carefully. Answers should be relevant and concise. Diagrams must be clear and properly labeled if required. This means you should always adjust your answer length according to the marks given. Environmental Management 0680 Paper 1 is a theory paper designed to test knowledge, understanding, application of environmental concepts. This paper is divided into two sections, Section A and Section B. Today our special focus is on Section A. In next video we will discuss Section B. In these videos, we will only focus on understanding the complete paper pattern, including the first page instructions and Section A structure. Past paper questions will be solved one by one in the upcoming videos according to the Cambridge marking scheme. Stay connected with IGCSE Science Academy for step-by-step exam preparation and scoring tips. Let's discuss about Section A. Section A consists of short structure questions. All questions are compulsory. Questions are often resource-based, including graphs, tables, maps, photographs, diagrams. This section checks how well students can interpret information and apply their basic concepts. As you can see, these are the questions. Section A from Environmental Management 0680 Paper 1 based on earth plates and plate boundaries. These type of questions is very common in Paper 1, so understanding how to attempt it correctly is extremely important. This question is from Section A, which means it is compulsory. It carries short marks. Answer must be brief, accurate, and directly from the syllabus. Let's look at the question step by step. The first question, the first part A question says use words from the list to complete the sentences about the earth plates. The given words are core, crust, cyclones, earthquake, magma, mantle. Each word may be used once, more than once, or not at all. This means you should read the sentence carefully, choose the most suitable scientific term, do not guess randomly. Sentence one is the Earth's dish is made of plates. A plate boundary is where two plates meet. Plate movements causes sudden release of energy which leads to earthquakes. Obviously, the answer is earthquakes. This part is 2 marks, so one correct word is equal to 1 mark. Spelling must be correct. So here in the as you can see, the bracket shows the total marks. And the question 1 part B, the diagram. Okay, this is the diagram based question, and the question is the diagram shows three types of plate boundaries A, B, and C. Name the three types of plate boundary A, B, and C. This is a diagram interpretation question, very common in section A. So how to read the diagram? Always look at direction arrows, movement of plates, whether plates are moving towards each other, moving away from each other, sliding past each other. As you can see, in diagram A, the plates are moving away from each other. This is a constructive or divergent plate boundaries. So as you can see, plate boundary B in diagram B, one plate is moving towards another and one plate goes under other. This is a destructive convergent plate boundary. And as you can see in C, plate boundary C in diagram C, the plates are sliding past each other horizontally. This is a conservative transform plate boundary. This part is of 2 marks. As you can see, each correct boundary name is equal to 1 mark. No explanation is needed unless asked. Correct scientific terms are essential. Use exact terminology. Do not write long answers for short questions. Always match your answer length with the marks given. This is how Cambridge awards full marks in section A. This question is also the part of question number 1, part C. This is a very common question type in Cambridge exams and is usually easy scoring if you understand the basic concepts. The question says, the diagram shows rock type and examples of each rock type. Draw a line from each rock type to the correct example. There may be one or more examples for each rock type. One line has been done for you as example, like igneous basalt. This means you can match more than one example to single rock type. Not every example may belong to a different category. You must draw clear lines, not write explanations. So as you can see, on the left side we have three rock types: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Before matching, always recall how each rock type is formed. And on another side, the examples are given: basalt, limestone, marble, sandstone, and granite. One line has already been drawn: igneous, basalt. The first type of rock is igneous, which is already done. Igneous, as we all know that igneous rocks are formed from magma or lava, and the examples are igneous rocks are basalt and granite. The second type is sedimentary. Sedimentary rocks are formed by deposition and compaction of sediments, and the examples are, as we know, that limestone and sandstone. And the third one is metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are formed when existing rocks change due to heat and pressure. So the example for the metamorphic rocks is marble. How to draw the answer in the exam? Draw neat straight line. Make sure lines do not cross unnecessarily. Do not label or explain unless asked. One correct line, 1 mark. This question is usually worth 2 or more marks depending on how many matches are required, but this is of 2 marks as you can see in the bracket. Altogether, part A, B and C of question number 1 carry total 6 marks. So now let's discuss question 2. The question number 2 is about the diagram shows a population pyramid for a country in 2022. So this question is about how to read and interpret a population pyramid, which is a very common diagram based question in environmental management paper 1 section A. Many students feel confused when they see population pyramid, but once you understand the structure, these questions become easy scoring. So this question says, as we already read, the diagram shows a population pyramid for a country in 2022. This means the data is recent. We must describe what the pyramid shows, not what we think. All answer must be based on the diagram values. So step 1 is identify key features of the pyramid. First, always look at the label. Left side shows male and right side shows females. Vertical axis shows age group from 0 to 4 up to 100 plus. Horizontal axis shows percentage of the population. This information helps you understand how the data is organized. Step 2, observe the base of the pyramid. The lower age group 0 to 14 have relative white bars around 3% to 3.4% for both males and females. This shows a high birth rate, a large young population. Step 3, look at the middle age group. The working age population 15 to 64 is very wide, almost equal on both sides. This indicates a large labor force, balanced male and female population, potential for economic productivity. Step 4, observe the upper age group. The older age groups are 65 plus, gradually become narrower, very small percentage above 80 years. This suggests lower life expectancies compared to developed countries, fewer elderly people in the population. Step 5, identify the shape of the pyramid. The pyramid has wide base and narrow top. This shape is known as expansive population pyramid. It usually presents developing countries' rapid population growth, high dependency ratios. So how to answer in the exam? When Cambridge asks to describe or explain a population pyramid, mention figures or percentage, compare male and females, refer to age groups, avoid personal opinions. So here is an example. For the answer of this question, the pyramid shows a wide base with around 3% of the population in the 0 to 4 age, indicating a high birth rate. So description questions need data support, explanation questions need reasons. Each correct point is equal to 1 mark. So be clear, structured and relevant. Here is the part A of question number 2. Part A Question one is identify the age group with the greatest difference in percentage of the population between males and females. As we have discussed already in the previous slide, this question asks us to identify the age group with the greatest difference in the percentage between males and females. This question carries 1 mark and you need to answer to the point from the given pyramid. Don't just look at the longest bars, look at the asymmetry. Because in many MEDCs means more economically developed countries, you will notice that in older age groups like 80 to 84, the female bar is often significantly longer than the male bar due to higher female life expectancies. Moving to question number A, part 2, state the percentage of the population that is over 79 years of age. This question also carry 1 mark. How to solve? You need to add up every single bar above the 75 to 79. That means adding the percentage for 80 to 84, 80 to 80, 85 to 89, 90 to 94, and so on. Total them of the both males and females to get your final answer. Now, part A, question 3 is the population pyramid shows that 0.0% of the population are aged 100 plus years. Explain why this does not mean that all the people in the country are less than 100 years of age. This question also carry 1 mark. This is a trick question. It says 0.0% of the population is aged 100 plus, but ask why that doesn't mean there are 0 people that old. The answer will maybe it's all about rounding. There might be 50 or 100 centenarians in the country, but as a percentage of a population of millions, that number is so small, for example 0.004%, that it rounds down to 0.0% on the graph or all on the pyramid. Here is the part B. And the part B question is the population pyramid is from a more economically developed country, MEDC. State 2 feature of the population pyramid that indicates the country is a MEDC. This question carries 2 marks. Question B asks for 2 features that prove this is an MEDC. Even without seeing the full graph, we know that an MEDC pyramid looks like it usually looks more like a wave or a column rather than a triangle. Here are 2 classic features you could list: narrow base and wide top. Think middle. Narrow base, a narrow bottom indicates a low birth rate. Families in MEDC are often smaller due to high cost of living and career focus, and a wide top indicates a high life expectancies and in aging population. This shows the country has advanced healthcare and good nutrition. You can answer like this. As I have already told you that we will discuss the past papers in our upcoming videos. Here I just want to focus on the paper pattern. This question number 2 carries total 5 marks. This question is about respiration and the carbon cycle. This question tests if you understand how living things stay alive and how they move carbon through our atmosphere. Let's get into it. Question number 3, part A. Question is about who respires. Question 3, part A asks us to tick all the organisms in the table that respire. Here are the type of organisms: animals, plants, decomposers. So who respires? You can use the logic. A common mistake is thinking only animals breathe, but remember, respiration is not just breathing, it's how cells get energy. So here the answer, maybe you should tick all 3 boxes. Animals, plants, and decomposers like fungi and bacteria all need to break down glucose for energy to survive. This question carry 1 mark. Here is the part B of question number 3, which is equation related question. Complete the word equation for respiration. Now let's complete the word equation for the respiration. We see the products are carbon dioxide plus something else. Step 1 is input. What do we need to start? We need fuel, which is glucose or sugar, and we need oxygen. Step 2, what will be the output? When we burn that fuel, we get carbon dioxide and here water. So the full equation, glucose, oxygen, which give us carbon dioxide and water. So this is the complete equation, and this also carries 2 marks. Part 3 question is about the carbon cycle. Mentions that respiration is one part of the carbon cycle. If we want one other process that produce carbon dioxide. Here is the question: respiration is a process in the carbon cycle. Name one other process in the carbon cycle that produces carbon dioxide. First, you need to think about it. What else releases carbon dioxide into the air? So there may be the first option, combustion. This is the burning of fossil fuels or wood. There may be another question, decomposition. When those decomposers we mentioned earlier break down dead metals, they also release carbon dioxide. So don't say photosynthesis. Photosynthesis takes in carbon dioxide. It doesn't produce it. So if you write the photosynthesis in the answer, it may be incorrect because it takes in carbon dioxide. It doesn't produce carbon dioxide. So this question also carry 1 mark. Question number 4. This question is about oil spill management. This section uses an aerial photograph to show an island being protected from an oil spill. Here is the question. The aerial photograph shows an island in an area impacted by an oil spill. The island is surrounded by booms. Here you can see these are the booms and this is oil spill. So the role, what is the role of booms? The role of booms, the photograph shows a boom circling the island to keep the oil spill away. How they work: booms act as floating physical barrier. They reduce impacts by containing the oil in one area so it can be more easily collected. Here is the question A of question number 4. Explain how booms reduce the impact of the oil spills on the island. As we have discussed that booms act as floating physical barriers that reduce impacts by containing the oil in one area so it can be more easily collected, preventing the oil from reaching the shoreline, which protects sensitive coastal ecosystems and wildlife. This question carry 2 marks. This is the part A, question 1 of question number 4. Here is the question 2, part A of question number 4. State one other method of reducing the impacts of an oil spill. This question also carry 1 mark. So the other method for cleanup may be including dispersant to break up the oil or skimmers to vacuum it off the surface. If you write this, you will get 1 mark. Here is part B of question number 4. State 2 causes of marine oil spills. So what are the 2 causes of marine oil spills? The causes may be include tanker accidents or leaks from offshore oil rigs. This question also carry 2 marks. Altogether, question number 4 carry 5 marks. This was paper pattern of paper 1, Environmental Management 0680. We have discussed section 1 in detail. In next video, we will discuss section B of paper 1. Thank you for watching this video on IGCSE Environmental Management 0680, paper 1 Section A. We hope this lesson helped you understand the paper format and key syllabus areas clearly. In the next video, we will discuss Section B of Paper 1. For more videos, don't forget to subscribe IGCSE Science Academy. Thank you and stay tuned.